Hi everyone, buongiorno. We wish we were really there in Florence, right? But we're there in spirit. I'm Allison. You can see me in the left side of the screen. I'm a language educator at American University of Kuwait. On the right side is my co-presenter Shannon. She's a master's in TESOL student at University of Birmingham. Our presentation is Page to Stage, Dramatizing Literature for Language and Life Skills, and we hope you enjoy it. Shannon and I have teamed up. I've been doing some unusual projects with my students over the years, and Shannon has done a study of my projects. So first, a bit of background. You can see in this slide that the student is slouching and sleeping, not a good sign if you're an educator. So this is what we don't want, and what we do want is active language engagement. But how do we get it, and how do we fight inertia? This slide summarizes the projects I've done with my language students from 2013 to 2020. I use an approach called Bring Reading to Life. In this approach, students actually perform what they've read or written on stage, such as classic novels, songs, original poetry, storytelling, and we have language arts festivals. It's really fun to bring reading to life on stage with students, and this involves literature. Many language educators shy away from using literature in their teaching, and that's a shame. It really has a lot to offer. It develops imagination, higher order thinking. It provides knowledge of self, society, history, and culture, and a lot of practice in the language skills. So literature has a lot to offer our language students, and it offers even more when it's combined with drama. Literature and drama engage English language learners in authentic language. Combining them doubles the power. Over the years, my students and I have read and performed several novels, but now I'd like to focus on one in particular. So meet one of the novels, Pride and Prejudice. It's a Penguin Reader, Stage 5. It's simplified, but not baby work. And here come the stars. Meet the men of Netherfield. If you've read Pride and Prejudice, you'll remember that name as the town where all the drama and romance take place. My students are a mix of various Arab nationalities, Kuwaiti, Palestinian, Egyptian, Lebanese, and regional. Now it's time to meet the women of Netherfield. I played the mom, and here I am on stage with 4 of my daughters, Jane and Elizabeth in the center, and Kitty and Lydia, the troublemakers, on the left. Now let's meet one of the most famous couples in all of English literature. Elizabeth Bennet and the famous and infamous Mr. Darcy. This shot was taken near the end of the play when everything was resolved between them, but it was a rough road. And now, the slap. This had to be everyone's favorite moment in the whole play. And it did not exist in the novel, and no one has seen it in any Pride and Prejudice films. However, we got the idea of doing it, and it really worked to engage the audience. So you can see what's happening. The roses are thrown on the floor, and Mr. Darcy is receiving a slap. Stepping back from the drama on stage for a moment, this slide is a reminder of the theory behind the scenes. In this play, we had a very strong pedagogical triangle. We had literature, we had drama, and we had project-based learning. In the next 3 slides, I'd like to explore and enumerate the impressive benefits of the literature and drama combination. Now here's the first slide, and this slide focuses on language skills benefits. All 4 language skills reading, writing, listening, and speaking. This slide is framed in green to show that it's a favorite. It focuses on the life skills benefits of literature and drama combined. And just look at them. Creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, camaraderie, compromise, commitment. And the last one, the seventh one, bolded for emphasis, confidence. Students get all that. Now we have the third set of benefits to studying literature and drama combined, and these are the personal growth benefits. Live the magic of storytelling. Live another time, place, and person. Let others live it through your acting skills. Live the universal themes of literature. Scale the walls of self. Live empathy. That's so important. Around 2017, a young lady started attending my rehearsals and performances. One day she approached me and explained that she is a master's in TESOL student at University of Birmingham, and how would I feel if she studied my approach to language learning through stage work? And I said that would be great. Now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Ms. Shannon Parks.
Thank you, Allison, for that introduction. Indeed, I was so excited to be able to work with Allison and be able to research, gather empirical data from the students themselves about how and why they think they have grown in their English and life skills. In this slide, the 4 English language skills, reading, writing, listening, and speaking, are enumerated in blue. I will quote the students as they reflect on tangible ways these skills have improved as a result of working with Allison in theater and drama projects. The first language skill we will talk about is reading. 2 students in particular grew in their capacity and desire to read. Student 18, because of being involved in Allison's projects, gained the love of reading to the extent that she even set goals for herself. She started out with the goal to read 10 novels in 1 year, and that turned into reading 25 novels in 1 year. She continues to make goals in reading. Student 19 was encouraged by Allison to draw what she was reading, and this interested her in reading to the extent that she purchased a 400-page novel. This slide is about writing. Student 17 said, "My friends were saying that you are very good. These comments cheered me on to do something. Now I'm thinking I'm going to write another poem." And student number 3 said, "I can imagine a scenario and I start to write it. It comes like in a minute. So I start writing. I have a very high imagination." This slide is about the skill of speaking. Student 2 said, "It has helped me a lot. Before, I was too shy. I got nervous a lot. But now it's become less. Yeah, it helps me to be more relaxed when I speak, go into a conversation with a new person." And student 5 said, "Pronunciation was a little bit of a problem in the beginning, but now I'm way better. Yeah, much, much better. I was supposed to enunciate what I'm saying and actually make the audience know exactly the words and actually understand what I'm saying instead of going too fast or too slow. Yeah, I had to go at an even pace." This slide is about listening. Student 16 said, "You had to listen and understand, maybe just even from facial expressions, the people if they were happy or not happy. So that helps you." And student 5 said, "Listening improved because I had to also listen to the responses of my friend, the one who was acting with me. So I need to process what she said before I say what I say." We just heard quotes from students about how their language skills have improved as a result of being involved in theater. Allison uses the acronym REAL, which stands for Read English Actively for Language and Life Skills, which is a brilliant way to describe the phenomenon of using theater as a pedagogical tool, not only in English education, but also in developing skills in students that they will need the rest of their lives. These skills are camaraderie, confidence, commitment, compromise, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. Now you will hear quotes from students about how they grew in these important life skills. This slide talks about creativity. Notice the character in the photo. This is the Phantom himself from Phantom of the Opera. Notice the disfigured half of his face that was revealed when Christine took off his mask. This student said, "Mixing all of these, the music, the acting, the dancing, the movements, it gave me the idea of why not write my own lyrics, because I want something original for myself." This slide is on the skill of collaboration, and student 16 said, "Because at the beginning it was difficult, the team mindset, we were diverse, but somehow we went to, a good place."
This young lady is a shining star and a shining example of life skill number 3, commitment. And many of our students, of course, can improve on that. She wanted to sing in a language arts festival. Her first song really did not suit her. She came to auditions time after time. I said no each time. I was discouraged. She came back with another song, Never Say Never, and she aced it and brought the house down.
This slide is about the skill of critical thinking. As you can see, there's an overlap with creativity, collaboration, and communication. Student 15 described it this way: making something out of nothing. We didn't have anything. So many students had to look around and find material or to troubleshoot a situation. And this led to communication and creativity and collaboration. This slide is about the skill of compromise. Student 14 described it in this way: in the past 5 years, I was facing that problem with people that sometimes they want to put their opinion first and whatever. Now I can talk. I can say, this is my opinion, and we can balance it. This slide is about camaraderie. When student 7 was asked if she experienced this, she said, "Yes, definitely. That's 100%. I loved being in this project. I feel so comfortable, like we're in one big family. Yes, it's really, really a good experience. It's unforgettable." This slide is about confidence. Student 10 remarked, "When we first met with Miss Allison, I was an introverted person. I didn't communicate a lot. Okay, and confidence was not that good. After performing, I gained a lot of confidence in how to communicate with my friends and colleagues." Finally, to summarize the data from this qualitative study, this slide is about the emerging themes that showed up time and time again with many of the students. Most of these students lack the opportunity in high school or Kuwaiti government schools to participate in projects such as what Allison provided. This student-centered environment gave them the opportunity to discover new things about themselves and to have experiences they otherwise would not have been able to encounter. Through these experiences and self-discoveries, they were able to find meaning and gain a sense of autonomy, agency, identity, and self-efficacy. Because they were doing what they enjoyed and were learning through their emotions, the English and life skills they gained stayed with them through the years and acted as scaffolding to build even more skills, such as problem solving, self-expression, and mentoring others. These things, in turn, come full circle and feed back into providing even more opportunities. As the students reflected on their experiences in theater and drama, they acknowledged the role it has played in shaping the trajectories of their futures and who they have become.
This slide shows our references if you would like to follow up with some further study. Shannon and I hope to contribute a few papers to this list in the future ourselves. We would like to thank you, dear audience, and we would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or comments, please do feel free to email us. You see our addresses right there. And let's hope to meet in person here in Florence next time. Bye for now.